the Holiday, in which Jude Law's character, a British guy named Graham, asks potential hookup Amanda, played by Cameron Diaz, what she thinks about foreplay, and she says, it's overrated, significantly overrated. Ooh. Graham replies, you are quickly becoming one of the most interesting girls I've ever met, which is one of those moments in a movie when I feel like a really clever sexologist. Because good foreplay is not overrated, which Graham knows, seeing as the Brits have the highest recorded foreplay times at 22.5 minutes. But in order to validate her, and I think get laid, he says, most interesting. So how do we get to the mind-blowing foreplay, which isn't overrated, without shaming those who aren't into it or don't think they are? First, we talk about it a lot. What is foreplay? What does it mean to you and your partners? What's ideal? What do you think should be avoided? And what do you think about the scene in the movie? Many follow the coital standard that foreplay is some sort of distinct time period and set of behaviors preceding actual sex or coitus. But foreplay doesn't have to build up to something that's more important. Foreplay can be what's important. It can be the sex. Next, collect ideas. How many foreplaying options are there? What are other people doing in romance novels, love stories, hookup stories? My story. In my most recent experience, my partner was taking a shower and I hopped onto the vanity to wait. We talked a little while he was in there and I kept my voice low and calm so he would know I was feeling sensual. When he got out of the shower, I looked him up and down so he knew I liked his body. Then he smiled to acknowledge that and pulled a razor out of the cabinet to shave. I watched him in the mirror grooming himself, which was a total turn on. Then I offered to shave the back of his neck where the hair had grown out. We both brushed our teeth as a way of saying, let's make out. Then I was taken by the hand and asked where I'd like to play. I suggested the bedroom with clean sheets and he walked me there, a towel still around his waist. Then onto the bed so I could draw constellations in his freckles and run my fingers over his chin to feel for missed hairs. Foreplay researchers have found all genders want longer durations of foreplay than what they experience. Average foreplay is around 13 minutes and the ideal is 18. My thing is that it's not about time, it's about curiosity. My partner reached for a vibrator and set it to the lowest pulse. Okay, he asked? Yes. He brushed it across my top, down my stomach, over my jeans, and when I felt the vibe hit my clit, I arched a little to say, right there. So he stayed there for a moment, then moved further down my vulva to my vagina and anus. All still clothes on, lights on, not even under the covers yet. Jake the dog barked for help getting down the stairs, so I went to retrieve him, but kept the foreplay going in other ways, like asking my partner to grab condoms and light the candles. Acts of service, like him improving the ambiance, or me getting the dog, or doing the dishes, or putting the kids to bed, are definitely foreplay. Or chore play. It may just seem like preparation for sex, but it doesn't have to be. It can be act one of sex theater. When I came back to the room, I pulled off my shirt and slid my hands up my partner's legs to crawl onto his lap. Feel, I asked. Surprisingly good, he answered. Then he unclipped my bra with one hand and I teased that he was still skilled after all these years. Humor is one of the best foreplay techniques, and for that matter, so is any good communication. I remember hearing sex educator and columnist Dan Savage say, dirty talk is simple. Describe what you're going to do, describe what you are doing, and describe what you just did.